We've taken the lead.
Securing Bravo. Enemy at sea.
Hello everyone, this is Shoy here. Oh, we're wondering about the two random clips at the start there, weren't you? Allow me to explain. Basically, I'm hoping to get an HD PVR soon, and I'm not going to be making another montage until I get HD. So I've got a couple of nice, clips that I've got while playing in standard definition. They're not sort of worthy of uploading, as a YouTube video on their own, but then again they're not. But yeah, they would be, if I was making a montage, they would be worthy of getting into it, so I just thought I'd let you see them, but not make too big a deal out of them, like, make a YouTube video entitled Quad Semtex, because it's not exactly nothing special, but quite cool, Anyway, so I'm playing some free-for-all on terminal here, using the intervention. If you watched my last video, it's just the exact same setup. I've got FMJ intervention, akimbo M9s, as you see there, sleight of hand, stop and power, steady aim. Oh, well, the only thing I've got one thing different. I'm using different Killstreaks. I'm using the UAV, counter UAV, and this time I'm using the Predator missile, so that's one thing that's different. This was like an extra game. If you've not watched my match of Free For All and Rust, go watch that. Click the annotation on the screen now. That was episode 1 of Fuck the KD. Oh, this is a nice no scope here. that was actually a mistake there. I pressed triangle to switch weapon, and then before that, it fully swapped. I actually pressed R1 to shoot, and I shoot my M9s, and yeah, I got shot with and no scoped them. So, but I wasn't complaining. Yeah, so fuck the KD. This was a match. I was going to upload this as episode 1, but then before uploading it, I got that nice game on Rust. And I thought the game of Rust was a little bit better, but not much. I thought this game was too good to just not upload. And I was in two minds as whether or not should I make this episode 2 of Fuck the KD or not. Because this is just like, this is just another match I had well filmed for episode 1. But I decided against it. I just make this a regular commentary video because Fuck the KD is gonna be like a different thing every episode. Like, I don't really know yet, but I'd like I could take some suggestions, or maybe like a free-for-all using throwing knife only, or only the riot shield, and there I just completely fail at trying a jump shot. Yeah, so I'm willing to take suggestions as to what I could do for Fuck the KD, something that would be entertaining to watch, and my final score doesn't matter, because I really don't care about my kill death ratio. It's up at like 1.4 right now, but it's been going slowly down with my quickscoping and all this. But like I said, I really don't care, because I just play this game for fun, and I don't care about anything else. The reason, if you watched my last video, like I talked about how I've been doing like nothing but using that intervention the last few days, and the reason I've been doing that is well, we all know Modern Warfare 2, it's got issues, some of them, near enough game breaking issues, and we all know that, we know it's got issues, and I'm not gonna list them or anything. I'm not gonna moan about them, rant about them. I don't like those commentators who just rant about the game. Oh, I hate Modern Warfare 2, it's such a broken game, and yet they still play it all the time. I still enjoy Modern Warfare 2, I love it. I know it's got issues and it frustrates the hell out of me sometimes, but I still love it. And this is one thing that really put the fun back into the game for me, using the intervention. It is a lot of fun to use. They're just like fail. I threw the throwing knife right into the roof. I just randomly throw throwing knives in this game, just hoping that one of them will hit. And right there, it's why camping just doesn't work. I mean, he was just sitting in that corner waiting, and then he just didn't even move after getting a kill. I mean, that's not only he's a camper, but he's a bad camper as well. Oh, one thing you might notice at the very start of this game, the first thing I did in this match was I changed my sensitivity. I'm using 8 for this game. That's what I like to use when I'm... Right, I'm sorry, but how the hell did all those shots miss? Seriously, someone will need to tell me that. Yeah, I'm using the sensitivity 8. That's what I use when I'm using intervention. Oh, that was a nice shot there. I usually use sensitivities 4 or 5 when I'm using an assault rifle, but for this I'm using 8. That's actually, amazingly, that's like probably my most frequently asked question is, what sensitivity do you use? I mean, I don't really get why people ask me that. I mean, I don't know what they expect. You know, if they change to whatever sensitivity I use, they'll immediately, you know, become better. I don't know. I mean, what I always tell people is just use what you're comfortable with. You know, it's all about personal preference. There's no right or wrong sensitivity. Like, I remember C-Nanners saying in one of his videos he uses 2. I mean, I don't know how that's possible. I've tried using 2, I've tried it out, and I just couldn't do it. You turn around so damn slowly, you know. I've also tried 10, and 10 and 9, they're just a bit too extreme for me. I can't really handle them because, you know, you lose a lot of accuracy when you're that fast, you know. But, you know, just use whatever you're comfortable with. It's all about personal preference. There's no, you know, there's no good or bad sensitivity. It's just, you know, if you can handle 10, you know, go for it, and if you can do fine on 2, then that's fine. Speaking of frequently asked questions, the other 2 that I seem to get asked really often is, first of all, I'm from Scotland, but I'm sure most of you watching will know that anyway, but for those that don't know, there you go. The second one is in regards to Metal Gear Online. I know a lot of people might even not know what that is, you know, Xbox players, but for all my MGO subscribers, no, sorry, I won't be playing Metal Gear Online again. But trust me, you would not want to see me play MGO again. I am truly terrible at it. I tried it a while back and I was horrific. So even if I wanted to play it again, I just couldn't because I'm just not good enough. Right, anyway, that's the match is coming to a close now, and right, I kind of wish I checked the score before I used this Predator missile because this was actually the game-winning kill. But through the wonders of video editing software, I've switched in for a game-winning kill I had on another free-for-all on Terminal. Pretty nice, eh? And then I've switched back to my final score from this match. So, final score 13-12. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.